If you are at the beginning of your self-improvement journey, you've got a lot to learn. As you get older, you get life experience. And I myself haven't gotten years of that important aspect of life. I have done a lot of research. And I have gotten enough experience in these points I'm talking about today. If you conquer these 7 points, these 7 C's, you will be the captain of your own life. The first C. Be confident. And you might think of confidence as just, oh yeah, look at me, I'm so good. I feel good about myself, blah 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 blah. Hey, look at me, I'm confident. That is an aspect of confidence, but it's not the full story. Confidence equals competence. The way you earn confidence is through your skills and self-belief. If you haven't done anything in your life, of course you aren't going to be as confident in yourself as someone who has built $1 million empire. He has a wife, lovely kids, a good life. He's gonna be more confident than the Jeffrey in his mom's basement. Talking about me, of course. But after I've been filming these videos, I feel more confident. I feel more competent. Those go hand in hand. To gain your confidence, you must build yourself up. You can of course fake it till you make it. Seem more confident than you really are. That is a skill in itself, and it will get you somewhere in life. But if you haven't really done the work, if you haven't done the important self-building principles, you will not be truly confident in yourself. But you need to be careful of ego. If you become too confident, you can get arrogant, egotistical, other synonyms. You need to be confident but still humble. Be sure about yourself, but do not brag. You can say, I did good today. It's not as good to say I did better than you today. Though it is true. Most likely it is true if you're talking about someone who hasn't done anything today, but you went to the gym, did your work, meditate, gratitude, blah 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 blah, all of that. Then yeah, you did better than that person. But do you need to say it? There's no need, right? One book that has helped me the most, I have the cover here, the book is over there, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. Really good book. Truly helped me not giving a fuck about what the others think. So my confidence is only about me. If you give a fuck about what other people think, they will influence your confidence. If they treat you bad, you will treat yourself bad. You will be less confident because of it. But if you don't care about them and you do the work for yourself, you will become more confident. You need to have confidence in what you're trying to do. That you're doing the right thing with the right purpose and have confidence to keep going, no matter what other people tell you. The second C. Never contradict yourself. Stand by your words and never stray from them. If you say you're going to do a thing, you do it. No backing down, no turning around, you do it. So don't be nice and say, yeah, I'll think about it. Yeah, probably. And then you never do it. You seem less trustworthy. If you say you'll do something and you do it, you are trustworthy. And be confident enough to say no when you know you're not going to do it? Do you want to come to the party tonight? Say either yes, I'm coming, if you like haven't done it in a long time and you want to just hang with your friends. If you have time. I do it like once every other month or something. Then say yes. If you don't want to do it, if you're not going to do it, say no. Don't say, I'll think about it, probably not, I'll see when I get there. You seem unsure of yourself. But again, if you know that you're not going, be blunt and honest and truthful, and they will trust you more. And if you know something is bad, according to your morals, don't do them. That's not a yes or no. You know your morals. If you don't, think about them and write it down. Explore it. When you know your morals, you know what you should do and what you should not do. If according to your morals, you should not do it, then don't. That's not about other people. It's about your inner beliefs. If you contradict them, you will feel untrustworthy to yourself. You can't trust yourself. And that's the worst feeling. It circles back to the first point. It builds more confidence. It does. And people trust you more. And when you do this for a long enough time, they know if you say no, then there's a good reason. And they will say, okay, great, see you another time, or something like that. They will know you're the type of person who's honest and doesn't contradict his words. The third C, competition. People often say you shouldn't compare yourself to anyone. I think that's bullshit. You should compare. Of course, you shouldn't compare your natural body to someone who uses steroids. You shouldn't compare the beginning of your business to someone who has had years to build it. And you shouldn't compare your wealth to someone who had rich parents and got a small loan of $1 million. That's a terrible Trump impression, what the fuck. I thought it would be funny. Kinda funny. Find someone with similar goals, similar aspirations, similar morals, life experience, age, and think, what are they doing better than I am? If they are so similar to you, and they are doing better in life than you need to find out what they're doing better, and implement those in your life if you want to get to the same point as them. You compete against other people. But you can also compete against yourself, your future self, your better self, the more motivated and dedicated you. You should think, what would he do in this certain situation? Like in my video, fuck it, just do it, a couple of weeks back. The other you is taking action, while you're just sitting here thinking. Compare and compete with that version of yourself. And you'll reach him faster than you know it. The fourth C, create. A man's purpose is to gift the world, whatever it may be. And you can't gift if you consume. The only gift you can give is via creation. It's a gift that gives value to a single person, or 10 or 100 or 1,000 or million. It could simply be a compliment. It could be a gesture of good faith. It could be a YouTube channel, a course, a product, or an environment for the people around you. These things can be created, and they are a gift to humanity. I have read a little bit in The Way of the Superior Man, the book. These gifts should be aligned to your purpose. So don't start a job or work on a business just because of the money. All businesses make money. You need to choose the one that fits you the most. That's why I chose YouTube. I want to give young men the opportunity to improve themselves and become better. In the world we have now, it's scarce. The fifth C is also one that I saw in The Way of the Superior Man. Is to have a cult-like obsession. Gotten that from Hamsun. But you need to align your whole life with your purpose. If you don't, you become fake. Your diet, work hours, relationship, free time, everything should be about your purpose. Have a cult-like obsession with your purpose and your work. You may say, well, I can't go 100% on my purpose, I have other things to do. That's fine. But if you aim for 100% of your life aligned to your purpose, let's say you have a 80% efficiency rate. If you try to aim for 10, you'll get 8. 20, you get 16. 40, 32. 60, 48. 80, 64. If you aim for 100, you'll do 80%. So if you want 80% of your life to be aligned to your purpose, don't aim for 80. You'll only get 64. Aim for 100 and you'll get 80. It's also much easier to fall back in a rut when you're not aiming for 100%. If you let yourself do one small bad habit, or you do an hour of relaxation, it's so much easier to fall back and do more than what you meant to do. But if you line 100%, you won't even get the idea to go back and relax again. 100% of the time, obsess over your purpose. Obsess over self-improvement, obsess over work, obsess over exercise, obsess over mental health, and you won't fall back.
Sixth.
The sixth number 6 builds a clan. Who's your friends? List them out in your mind right now. They're not your friends. They're the people you grew up with. I am lucky enough to have a lot of friends who support and does not undermine my progress. But I know a lot of you don't have that luxury. I know a lot of you have friends that you just grew up with and they're not really your friends. They look at your progress and they want to bring you down. There's at least one guy who says mean stuff about you behind your back. You're probably thinking about one friend or person that you think does it, or you even know that he does it. Isn't it kind of fucked up that you said you were his friend, he were your friend? A minute ago, you would list him among your friends. He's not your friend. He's just a guy you grew up with. And you need to cut him off. If he's all of your friends, I'm sorry. That's just how it is, and you will become lonely. For a good amount of time, you will become lonely. But after you improve, after your progression, you will find new friends. New friends that you can see, look at as brothers. That aligns with you and your life. You can correct, redirect, help and love them as they will do with you. They will be your clan. They will be your clan members. And they will progress along with you. A side note to my friends watching this video, I know you are. I love you, I care about you. And it might seem arrogant, narcissistic, egotistical. But I'm honestly honest. Still want to have you as my friends. But as I progress, we will drift further apart. We will see things differently. We will begin to hang out less and less. But I won't cut you off. I'm lucky enough that you aren't Jeffries, that you don't bring me down, that you aren't fake around me. As I grow, I will find other people who have the same business, same morals, same discipline. I will become friends with them. People that doesn't want to drink, go to parties, eat kebabs. People who are working on a business, working towards freedom, and aligning 100% towards their purpose. But I will not leave you forever. You're still my friends. I'm thankful you're not bringing me down. If you were negative about this, I would have cut you off. But you guys are good. You lift me up, and I'm so grateful for that. I won't go deeper in this video. If you're watching this part of the video and you want to talk more about this, please give me a call and we'll talk. Back to the video. The 7th C. Be calm. You're allowed to listen to your feelings, but don't act on them without proper vetting. I've read Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. There I have gotten a lot of insight into the original Stoicism, not the modern bullshit. The modern Stoicism is lock out your feelings, don't react to anything, be the big brutal alpha male who doesn't listen to anything, be a robot. The original Stoicism was to listen to your feelings, but to not act on those feelings if it's going towards an undesirable result. For example, if a person insults you, you feel angry. If you're not stoic, you will lash out, get angry, insult back, or even physical. If you are modern stoic, you feel angry, you lock that emotion away, and it bottles up, coming out later in life or that day on someone who doesn't deserve it, and on yourself. The original Stoicism says, listen to the feeling. I feel angry. You take a deep breath and walk away. I felt angry. It's nice to get that out sometimes and just pass the emotion. You need to stay calm in stressful or discomfortable situation. And those situations will then eventually just become a step in your journey, not a defining moment. Your primal brain will tell you, I feel angry, I feel sad, I feel horny. And monkey think, monkey do, right? But we as humans have the ability to reason. human think, reason, react, and apply. We don't just do. That's a primitive way of thinking. You need to be calm, collected, and accept your emotions as a part of the journey. So when you master all of these 7 C's, you will become the captain in your own life. I have not yet mastered them, but I will. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, and I'll see you at the top.